Hello coaches, in this video we're going to show you how to log in your camera to zoom in and follow the action during your events. So as you can see, we are in Internet Explorer. There is a plugin required to control the camera, so I recommend using Internet Explorer as that's the most compatible. I've already typed in our camera's IP address here, and it'll bring me to the login page where you need to type in your specific username and password. Now, if you're logging in for the first time, this live video feed will not show up. This will be a black screen with a link here to download and install that plugin I was talking about. So you'll be required to download and install it and then re-log in. And then the second time after running the plugin, you will be able to see this live video feed and you will have full control over your pan, tilt, zoom functions of your camera. So to zoom in and out is over here on the right side, and also moving left and right is over here on the right side. Now I do recommend always moving this speed to 3. Sometimes by default it's at 5, but I do recommend moving it to 3. This gives the best smoothness of transition moving from right to left. Sometimes 2 is a little too slow, and sometimes 4 and 5 is a little too fast. So I always recommend, before moving the camera at all, changing your speed here to 3. So during the event, all you have to do is zoom in until you are happy with the level of zoom you're at for both sides of the court, and then to follow the action, all you do is hold the right, lift up, and hold the left and lift up. And I always do recommend getting your zoom positioned so that you can always see a scoreboard during one side of the court. So if your scoreboard's on the left or on the right, I always recommend zooming in or out far enough so that viewers can always see the scoreboard at one end of the court. Now, for most of your cameras, we have set up presets. So let's say you get way out of whack and you're zoomed in way too far, or want to get back to your home. Down here in this PTZ function, there's a drop down with presets. Now, for most of you, we've set basketball court to preset 1. So if you set this to preset, make sure this number is 1. Click Go To. It's going to bring you back to the home basketball court, and then you can start fresh from there by zooming in and controlling the camera. Now let's say, for example, that in your instance preset 1 is not set. I'm going to show you how to set a preset right now. So I'm going to go, let's say we want to create a new preset for volleyball. So we don't need to see the whole basketball court, but we want to see the entire volleyball court and probably where they're going to serve a little bit. So I'm going to get it to where it's set before I'm going to set the preset. I'm going to come up here to Setup, then over here to PTZ Function, and then you can see we already have that basketball one saved as number 1. I want to click Add here, and first I want to save the preset. So click Add, and then before changing the name, I want to save this preset. And then you can see right here, Preset 2 pops up. And then I can rename it. So just by double clicking on the name, and then I can retype over the text to volleyball, and then resave it. And then you can see operation succeeded. So then we can come back up here to the live video player, and I should have presets 1 and 2 set. So 1 is basketball, so if I leave preset 1, Go To, it's the basketball court. And if I change this number to 2, is that new preset I made for volleyball, it'll go to the volleyball court and say preset volleyball. That's how you make presets and control your camera during events to zoom in and follow the action.